What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hashrare Hub. It's about 9:28 a.m. Eastern Time, March 10th, 2018. And we're coming to you with a trading video. I know you're shocked. A Bitcoin trading video. Further shocked. But if you're first new to us here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell because we got lots of good TA here. I think so, at least. On all sorts of cryptos. And we also have giveaways. I was going to have the giveaway today, but I think we're probably going to have it tomorrow. So make sure you guys are commenting to this video in particular. And obviously subscribing. Also, go on over to Steam It and DTube. Subscribe there to us and whomever else you wish as well. And upvote, re-steam on Steam It. We would be very, very happy for that. So let's get right into it here. So I think where we left off last, we had spoken. We were, I think, right around this range right here, and we were looking for a corrective wave going up. Excuse me, and that looks like it's exactly what's happening right now. And we've been testing some of these resistance lines that I was mentioning for some time. But first, let's just let's just take a look at the Fibonacci real quick and kind of just see, where we come from and where did we go, because that's what Fibonacci likes to tell us. So what we have is we're trying to reach to this 0.382 Fibonacci level. The 0.236, if we didn't make the 0.236, or if we made the 0.236 and then we move back down, it would show us handedly that the bears are still in control. Okay, the more and more we creep up this, the more and more it tells us that the bears are not in as much control. So that tends to tell us a bit more about the further waves we're going to come down next, if the waves do come down next. Okay, so remember we had drawn last night this larger ABC corrective, ABC correction, which very well, I mean, this is looking textbook right now. So this, what we'd be looking for is an ABC, a small ABC 3 wave in here. Okay, and I mean right now you can count this as A, B, and C, right? But let's kind of see what else is going on here before we start making definitive judgments of where we're going to turn. This very well could be a turning place, don't get me wrong. Like I said before with the Fibonacci's, this very well could be a turning place. No question at all. I mean, even if I were to do something just like this Fibonacci extension tool, okay? I mean, we're sitting right now specifically just above the 1 as far as the extension. So that would make the C, if this is an ABC, the C the same length as an A. And yeah, that's pretty much the way we'd like to see it. Could be at least 1 to 1. It could be a 1.6. That's cool too. So yeah, I mean, that's at least the way we're looking at it. Volume has fallen off handedly. I mean, look at it. Just really just has fallen off quite drastically. That's also telling me that, people are really weary. People still are not, looking to push this thing up. So they're not a ton of buyers. Yeah, I know a lot of them are green. Don't get me wrong. We do have a lot of green candles in here. We are moving up. So therefore, we obviously have more green candles than red candles. But, there's not a lot of buying volume there's not a lot of volume in the market right now. So if there's not a lot of market volume in the market and the market's moving up, then you easily can extend that saying, well, there's not a lot of buying volume. So another thing I want to mention right here too is the fact that we had drawn this resistance line on the RSI, just kind of fitting these tops right here. And, we touched it, we came back down, we went back up above it again, right, for some time, and now we dropped down below it again. Let me extend this here, okay? All right, let's extend it even a little bit further. So you know, we kind of peaked down below it, went back above it, you know, stayed right on it, and now we're peaking above it again. Now remember, we also have this. I know this is getting a little messy, but you know, I had drawn these lines. This line right here, right? This line right here on top. This is about, you know, about 59.7, right? So even still with that, with the RSI, the 59.7, you know, almost got hit here, it got hit here, and now it's getting hit again right here. So this seems to be a level, at least on the RSI, where the market needs to try to get above in order for us to move, obviously, much higher, right? Next. Okay, yeah. So even the Laguerre RSI, you know, peaked down below right here, and then it moved back up. So now it's, you know, obviously we're on an uptrend. Let's also go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the 1 hour and the 4 hour basis. Okay, the market moved up exactly, you know, I mean, as exact you pretty much gonna get. On a 1 hour basis, we wrote this last night, 9,097. Okay, the market came up, kissed it, right? Well, we actually wrote it after these two, I think after these two candles, just, you know, as far as full disclosure. But we had the number, you know, actually right around here, but we just hadn't made a video. But anyway, regardless of that, you could see that the market did try to test it, right? It tested it right here, right? And even over here, right? See, look at this, these few candles, right? So it tested it, it bounced off, it came back down, and then it went back, and then it went back up again. Okay, even so much so to where the market then tried to come back down again to it. All right. So the 1,000, excuse me, the 1 hour resistance line of 9,097. We're actually going to turn that from resistance. We're going to turn that to support right now, okay? Because we're moving up. And on a shorter time period, you know, the 1 hour. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so 1 hour, and now we're going to call. I probably should have written it before, but now we're going to call this support, like I said. And this 1 hour support is going to turn to 9,205. 9,205 on the 1 hour support. I'm sure you guys hear that in the background. All right, 9,205. And so right now we're sitting like right on top of it. All right. We also have this line right here, okay, from the bottom of this larger. Hold up a sec. Of this larger four wave, right? So the two of them are acting together. Okay. 1 hour hidden support of 9,205, and also the bottom of that wave. All right, and the market seems to be paying more attention to the 1 hour hidden support than anything else, right? See, it's come up, it tries to dip down below it. These wicks right here touched it, went back above, came here too, right? Here. So we need to take a look at this on a shorter time period. If the market tends to dip down below it, well, maybe we're starting, you know, our C. Okay, that very well could be the case. On a 4 hour basis, on a 4 hour basis, we have resistance, right? Because on a 4 hour, if you look at things on a 4 hour basis, right? Well, yeah, we moved up, but it's really not much of anything, right? It's really not much of anything to really write home about. But on a 1 hour basis, obviously it looks much bigger, right? So that's why we do that. So on a 4 hour basis, and yeah, the more it moves up, the more then things will switch from a resistance on the 4 hour basis, a hidden resistance, to a hidden support. Okay, so 4 hour resistance is the same. Okay, it's actually the same exact number. $9,505. Okay. So we had drawn that a long time ago. I think it was last video or the video before. I don't remember, but yeah, the market has come all the way up to it, and it has kissed it almost twice. All right, this is basically as good as it gets. Okay, so what are we looking at? How far were we off? Okay, we had 9,505. The high here on this wick was 9,514. Almost 9,515. Okay, so we were off by about $10. Here, the wick here, the high was 9,491. Okay, we were off very little. Okay, 9,491, spot 23. We're off very little. So, again, with this 4-hour resistance line, now what we're trying to look for the market to break above it. Okay, if the market breaks above it handedly, then maybe we are moving to a little bit more of a bearish, a little bit more of a bullish trajectory. But don't be fooled by it. Okay, don't think, oh, we broke it. You know, we close above it. Now we're gonna springboard up. It's not the way to be used. It's not like a trading signal like that. Okay, it's where could the market get to? Okay, and what level is the market going to respect? Okay, so it's an enormous amount of information when it comes to trading. Okay, so yeah, because I mean, a very easy way to trade this. Okay, guys, and this is like, I'm hoping you guys are at least getting this much from my videos. All right, is this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, just on a Fibonacci basis. Okay, on a Fibonacci basis, right? So on a Fibonacci basis, if you're starting to count these waves down as we were, right? You would say to yourself, well, I think it's going to get to at least the 0.5, right? Or you could be even more conservative and say the 0.618. But you start laddering things in. You put on the 618, put it below the 618, and you put it above the 618, and you would catch the bottom of these wicks right here, right? So then you have to say to yourself, well, where is it going to get to, right? Where is it going to get to? Well, in the beginning, you may say, well, it's probably going to get down to this, right? Because you may not have this 4-hour resistance just yet, right? So then you would say, well, it's probably going to get to this bottom of this swing low, right? You could totally say that it's going to get to the bottom of that swing low. Or you can then go ahead and say, well, let's go ahead and see what's going on here, right? Right? So you can say, well, I think it's going to get at least to the 0.382, right, which is 9,649. And then as more information starts coming in, right? As more information starts coming in, you then go ahead and then you develop this 4-hour resistance line. And now you say, okay, fine. Now this is more information that I can go ahead and put into where I think the market can get to, and then start getting out of the trade. All right? That's basically, you know, in a very small nutshell, the way in which we trade. Okay, with a lot of all this other overlay of indicators and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, too, a lot of TD type stuff too, TD sequential type stuff too. So, you know, which I have yet to break out to you guys. So, that's what's going on there. Next, let's take a look at things as far as on a daily basis. And it's a little messy here, I know. So yesterday the market did a ton of work to go ahead and get above this moving average, a 200 moving average. The 200 moving average is 8,945. That was at yesterday's close, and the market closed well above it. Okay, so that's very good. All right, we want to see that as a turning point. All right, because the market clearly went ahead and just basically the bulls came out in force and said nope, not at all. We're not closing down the 200 moving average, because of the fact that we know what's going to happen. We know it's not going to look good, and then we're probably going to move further down from there. So the next thing I want to see though is how does this candle actually end up? Okay, if this is like a doji candle, I'm not going to be super bullish really at all. If this is very low volume, I'm also not going to be super bullish either. So this candle really has to be a big green candle in order for us to say, well, maybe it is turning. Maybe we are going to get a little bit of a bullish rally here. All right, not to say that we're going to make a motive wave out of this thing, an impulse wave out of this thing. Okay, I'm not trying to say that. I mean, we could, but I don't think that's right now. I don't think that's what's going to happen. And even if we do, it doesn't make a difference. We make an impulse wave out of this right now. We need to come back down again. We need to test it. We need to make another motive wave up. I mean, we need to like really start moving along here before we could really just say this is all over with, right? And even still, just to just tell you how we're looking at things behind the scenes is, this B can still be, all the way. I mean, the B could be up here, right? It could be all the way up here. So, I mean, there's still a lot that we need to still pay attention to, even if, we start moving along. We start moving along here, okay? All the news stories come out and everybody, oh, I love Bitcoin, this, that, and the other thing, so on and so on, okay? It could still turn around and make that C wave, all right? I'm not trying to come out as super bearish or spread FUD. I'm just trying to tell you how much work the market actually needs to do in order for us to get out of it. And what needs to happen in order for work, we need volume. And we don't have any volume right now. The volume has come off. I mean, look at this. I mean, ever since we made this low right here, it just has come off, declined quite a bit. So on a 4-hour basis, the Laguerre RSI is moving up to overbought territory. Down here as far as the regular RSI, I mean, not really much to say. Okay, not really. I mean, it's moving up, no question, but it's nowhere near overbought territory. So there could be a lot of work more in order to get this RSI up. So yeah, that's really about it for right now. We could count this as an ABC. This does look very 3-wave-ish, and this last candle here has been also testing this resistance, this 4-hour resistance line. All right, so I would really be looking at this 4-hour resistance line of now 9,505. This is on the Bitstamp exchange. But just to translate this to other exchanges, just look to see where this line is with respect to the candles, right? And then just translate that to whatever exchange that you trade. All right. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Have a great day. Make sure you comment down below, because I think tomorrow we'll have our giveaway. I just need to run out of the house, get some stuff done. So yeah, have a great day. Happy trading.